Development and Integration, Lieutenant General Carson S. Heckel, we welcome you to today's building dedication ceremony for the General Robert B. Neller Center for Wargaming and Analysis. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the invocation by Captain Michael D. Brown, Chaplain Corps, United States Navy, and remain standing for the March Under the Colors, the playing of our national anthem, and honors to the 37th Commandant of the Marine Corps.
Thanks again. Look, my comments will be very brief. You can come here to hear me. We got our 37th comment on here, but a few there's too many distinguished guests here. I think every single deputy commandant is here. The dentist is here. Too many. We got former, everybody's here. So, but a few specific all out. To the 37th commandant, Sergeant Ian Darcy, thank you. To General Mahoney, to Sergeant Major Ruiz and your wife, thank you for being here. We also have, I don't know if Jay Valerio made it. I don't know if he showed up from the house, but he told me he was going to come. We have Mr. Dennis McDonough, the Secretary of Veteran Affairs, and thanks for being here, so appreciate it. So, as Deputy Commandant for Combat Development and Integration for a few years, I've watched this thing come from dirt, walked it when it was during the construction, and it is amazing to see what's going on, but I know firsthand the work that the Warfighting Lab does, and more importantly, in this context, what the Wargaming Division represents. As you all know, we're several years into our force design efforts, and it all begins and continues to this day to be all about our campaign of learning and our wargaming efforts. Colonel George Schreffler, who gave the tour, has really been the point man on this. You and your predecessors know you have run countless war games over the years. You've made sure that within the campaign of learning and our force design efforts, we'll be getting it right and making improvements along the way, and we will continue, except now, with this facility, we're going to be able to do it at a much greater scale and speed. Again, modernization has been going rapidly. If you think it's been going fast, wait till we get this building up and going. When we bring the brightest minds from across the Marine Corps, DoD, Joint Force, Allies, and partners into one room, cross-domain, fully informed at every level. And General Paxton, you stuck in on me. So I was asking about you. Thank you for being here, sir. I scanned the story looking for it, so thank you for your wife being here. So what we'll be able to do here, you heard the boys talk about it, we'll be able to run multiple war games at multiple classifications, all separated by a wall. And it's going to be amazing. At FOC, we'll be able to run 22 war games simultaneously. But as you heard the voice mention, it's going to be all about getting the people in here. The completion of this facility is going to increase warfighter effectiveness and lethality. And it will help us learn tough lessons, incorporate those into the campaign learning, identify our blind spots, and we'll do it in training, not in combat. It also allows us to be more fiscally responsible. We can run more games in simulation before we commit any resources. Travel dollars, fuel, ammo, meals, etc. This won't replace essential field training, certainly, but will make it more relevant and realistic. And it's something I've come to learn in this job that was not apparent to me before, our industry partners. Absolutely a crucial element in everything we do to make us effective on the battlefield. And what this building is going to bring to them is you're going to get more refined input quicker and more detail. When this building reaches full operational capability, the war games that will ensue will further accelerate our ability to outthink, outpace, and outmaneuver any adversary. And I look forward to that day. And now I'm going to turn over the podium without any further ado, so I don't need any introduction. Our Assistant Commandant of the Marine Corps, General Mahoney, has been involved in this from the beginning, the campaign of bombs, because as you know, it ain't all about the money. It's all about the money. And General Mahoney's made this reality for us. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Just a couple observations. One's already been made, the beautiful weather. The second one is a derivative of an observation that's already been made, and that all the 3 stars, because of the beautiful weather, are out of the Pentagon. So we've done it. I think I might have even seen General Neller smile a couple of times. But no kidding. Welcome to everybody, to all the distinguished guests, to all the other general officers, SESs, etc., to pay tribute to the dedication of this great facility. Carson already talked about it, but to everybody who had a hand in this, and we got a flavor for a lot of them this morning, your efforts are physically noticeable, but they will be noticeable in the analytic efforts that we go through in the future. Service wouldn't have been possible without your leadership, without your direction, and your vision. You had the wisdom and foresight to know that we, General Neller, we, the Marine Corps, had to modernize. And you catalyzed. I guess catalyze is a substance or a chemical that increases a reaction, makes it faster, makes the result come quicker. You catalyze greater investment in our ability to test, evaluate, and analyze the force for the future fight. Today we see your initiative become a reality of the building behind you. But dedicating this building isn't just about the 37th Combat, although that's a big part of it. It's about the Marine Corps' dedication to modernization, to analysis, and to innovation. Now, just down the street on the other side of the War Hall is Breckenridge Hall. That's where we do our wargaming. For generations of Marines, that's where we wargamed our force design initiatives. Hand-drawn unit plaques, laminated maps, cardboard cutouts. Now, maybe that was the state of the art for its day, but that day has now come around. That alone, though, doesn't justify any facility. It's more than just going to analog to digital. The Neller Center will allow us to conduct modeling and simulation of friendly and enemy forces, their capabilities at scale, speeds, and classification levels. I can't stress that enough. Classification levels that were previously unachievable. Not unimaginable, because the 37th Combat imagined it and now it's true. It will allow us to use machine-generated synthetic forces that mimic the adversaries and truly test our knowledge and assumptions. But to me, here's what's more important about this building. It buys us something that the security environment is denying us right now, which is uncertainty. From the Sahel to the Levant, from Donetsk over to Pyongyang to the Sakhalin, the security environment is becoming increasingly uncertain. This building will buy us a higher level of uncertainty from the idea and the concept to the end of the bayonet. Buys us the chance to make mistakes, the chance for the cost where those mistakes are paid by a cost of release of blood. It will buy us a body of evidence that is backed by empirical data, backed by repetition, and a level of fidelity where we set the analytic pace. We set it, not the Chinese, not the Russians or anybody else. It will make us more ready. We don't know who will be the next Daniel Pratt Mannix, the next Pete Ellis, or the next Bob Neller, but I'll tell you that the ideas that they come up with and the test of those ideas will happen in this building. With that, it's my honor to introduce the 37th Commandant of the Marine Corps, General Rob Neller.
Officers, SCSers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, friends, a lot of people came a long way to be here, and I really appreciate it. You honor Darcy and our family. I'd be remiss if I didn't remind everybody that as you get older, when you're young, you go to weddings and baptisms, and you get older, you go to other events. We lost a couple of great Marines here recently, Ben Stewart and Al Gray. There's others, but I think those two are, because Vince was part of this discussion, mostly because when he was a DA, he had some money and I was trying to take it. And when you joined the Marine Corps, when Harvey Seegers and I came here in 1974, and Little Hall was the PX, and this was a ball field where Ron Coleman and the AWS football team just crush everybody every week, myself included. It was just a ball field. You don't think they're going to name a building after you. When General Berger called me about, I don't know, 9 months ago, and told me about this, Darcy goes, "Who was that?" I go, "It's time that they're going to name a building after me, the Wargaming Center." She goes, "Well, whose idea was that?" I said, "Well, yes, it was mine." I kind of forgot about that. When Tom Gordon and I went over the side, we had like a list of 250 things we were working on. But I never thought something like this would happen. The Marines, we learn wargaming from the very beginning, from the first time you're out in squadron attack, or Sioux 1 or 2, or a terrain model, or bucket guards, giant cash model, where people were walking around and got yelled at, myself included, and I did the same thing. You know, it's wargaming. You know, time on rehearsal is seldom wasted. Just like reconnaissance, right? Time on reconnaissance and rehearsal is seldom wasted. And we're all shaped by our experience. I was an IA after 9/11. I went to UCOM to replace Rick Zomer because he had to go do something. And I was stuck in the BOQ at Stuttgart because they had nowhere to go. And I realized BBC live stream, I binged on Star Trek, Next Generation, Jean-Luc Picard. Holodeck, War of 1812. I'm like, that's really cool. Maybe we'll do that one day. And then came to Marine Corps University and realized there was a Wargaming Center and a group of people, and they did war games, and we used war games to facilitate the education of our officers. And then when it really hit me home, I had the opportunity to be on the Joint Staff of the J3, replaced Jay, and Marty Gibson was the chairman. And he goes, "Hey, 3, I want to do a war game on 4th generation for 2 major regional conflicts at the same time. Go figure that out, come back and tell me how we're going to do it." Yes, Chairman. And I realized there's no place to go. We didn't have a place. There was nothing. And we came down here to Ellis Hall, just like Nimitz in the Pacific War Center, and we made a bunch of cardboard cutouts, and we put a big world map on the deck, and we pushed these things around for the chairman and the Joint Chiefs of Staff. I want a holodeck. I want virtual, but it wasn't there. So fast forward, we're sitting around, Mike Dan, Vince Stewart, and we're doing wargaming like we always do to try to validate expedition advanced space ops, littoral ops in a tested environment that Bob Walsh and the folks down there at the city came up with. You know, we need to have a place to go. There's no place in the NCR where they can come, whether it be the Joint Staff, the other services, the interagency, where they can come and do a game. It's far enough away where they can't, go home, but it's not so far that they can't get home when they're done. And so, well, we gotta do something. And then how do you get the money? What's gonna happen? We're gonna get support. We're gonna figure out how to put it in the farm. What's the technology gonna be? And on and on and on. And so, well, there's lots of good ideas. But why don't you guys go make that happen? Okay. There it is. That was about the extent. Go make that happen, General Dana, and see if this Stewart's got some money from the DIA. And so when General Berger called me up, it's honor and humble. And when you tour the facility, and hopefully you all will one day if you haven't already, you get to see the capabilities in there. I mean, we're not to the holodeck city. It's close. And you think about all the stuff that's happened with large language models and the training of AI and different things and all the stuff that we're going to be able to do. It's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. And it hopefully happen in the facility. And the Marine Corps will, once again, have figured out a way to get ahead of the game. We got to stay ahead of the game. Because there are people out there that don't wish us well. They will not be naive about it. You know who they are. I'm not going to say their name. But we got to be ready. And that's what we have done for 246, 47 years, whatever it is. I know what birthday balls in. We've been ready when the nation is least ready. And this will help us stay there. And so it's a great honor. I'm humbled. This is the effort of hundreds, if not thousands, of other Marines who have had these ideas and made this happen. And people that were in PNR with Mo and Jensen and all the people, and Walters and General Packney, everybody has a finger in this. And now we just need to take advantage of it. And we need to make sure that we let our joint partners know about this, and they can come out and use it, if they pay. I'm being somewhat facetious, but we're pretty generous with the use of our training facilities and our training areas globally, jointly around the world. Not everybody else is so nice. So I think we should take on the learnings and different things like that to make them come down here and play in our building. And I think they will. Whether, ask Secretary McDonough and Secretary Spencer pass the word to the interagency. This place won't be open for another year or so, but this is a place, we have conferences here, this is a great place. It's got the geography, far enough away from DC, but not too far where it's inconvenient. So, for General Mahoney, please pass on to General Smith, for General Heckel and the team, and Joe Scheffler, and all the people that are here, and all the other people that took the time to come down here to be here for this. I really, really appreciate it. We've got a lot of old friends here. Hopefully you can come to the reception afterwards and we can say hi and say hello. And I miss you. I don't miss that place up the road, but I miss you a lot. Miss the Marines. And I'd be remiss and fondful and thank my family. I know most of here see Darcy anyway. And that's the truly definition of better half for pictures in the dictionary. Thank you, dear. I did have a little bit of an idea. Always tries to keep me on the ground. So I wish you all a great weekend. Safe travels if you're DCSing or moving places, or you're traveling for the summer, invest in your families. Something Fidelis. Rock.
General Neller's distinguished career concluded with his service as our 37th Commandant of the Marine Corps. a consummate warfighter and leader. His vision and advocacy of wargaming, analysis, and innovation serve as the very foundation of this facility. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the General Robert B. Neller Center for Wargaming and Analysis. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the flying of anchors away